Yo, 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 yo. What's up, guys?
Hello guys, welcome back to our channel.
We are going to be reacting to Witch Hat ATELIER today. Also, we just found out that I think his name is Theseus.
Oh, the Scarlet,
Yeah, the guy with the red suit, the Knights Morales.
the Knights Morales.
Yeah, the main dude, he's voiced by Sukuna.
Hot.
Yeah. I had to throw that little tidbit in there because, you know, when I found out, like initially, I was like, I know that voice sounds familiar. Obviously, last episode, we only got to hear him like talk about, we heard him say a few lines, but just very little. But I knew.
We knew.
We knew.
We literally, I think did I literally say?
You
It
said-
sounds familiar.
Yeah,
it sounds
you-
like someone we know.
And Nikki's really good about the voice stuff. And I'm like, there has to be somebody big. And you know what? I think it was a comment. Somebody had commented on it, or I think I saw it on TikTok. So, yeah.
Ew.
Yeah. Guys, go ahead and check us out on Patreon. Uncut and edited stuff on there if you guys are interested. Also, we do have a Discord. Join us on there. That way you can get alerted when we go live on YouTube, on Twitch. But without further ado, guys, let's jump into today's episode of Witch Hat ATELIER, episode 8, The Misgivings of the Knights Morales. Ooh.
Oh, here we go.
恐れることはない。
Wiki Tenkai.
魔法の記憶を失えば、その恐怖さえ忘れられる。ただ知らざるものになるだけ。
He's gonna erase your memories.
違うって言ってるのにどうして話を聞いてくれないのやだ
Oh.
Oh, let's go.
Dude, what happens now?
Holy shit. This girl's
Is it-
cloud
Yeah.
magic.
今の砂床
Serpent's bed of sand?
アガトたちが説明しようとしてたのにお話聞かないなんてひどいよ
Exactly.
子供だ。
Children. Okay, Captain Obvious. They burned the
いつ
pendants.
も子供のこと子供って名前の生き物だと思ってる大人
Damn.
She's like another Tokito.
Yeah.
掟違反という事実だ。
Law has been broken.
お
今の世界の
oh.
秩序と平和は、すべての魔法使いが厳格に掟を守ることのみで保たれている。
子供たちの話は聞かないくせに自分はたっぷり話すんだな。
Oh my god.
He pulled his sword.
手を出さないでくれ。イースヒーズ。
Beasties.
Beasties, okay.
死によく似て不遜な生徒たちだ。
Excuse
君
me.
に似るなら優等生なんてクソくらいだよ。これが魔警団の仕事というならなおさらだ。
Dude.
我々は秩序を守りたいだけだ。スリスタスの影森のように大地を変えるほどの強力な魔法は結託の日以前の戦魔法だ。
The day of the pact?
だとしても事情を聞かずに突然記憶を奪うのはおかしいよ。
Mm-hmm.
それにこの規模の魔法を完成させる技術も道具も
お前が与えずともツバーリボウが与えた可能性は
Uh-oh. Is he onto him?
言い争うのも結構だが、魔法使いの果たすべき務めを忘れたのか。人々に魔法の恩恵を。
That's my King Orugio, bro.
Oh.
それで治るのか。
いいえ止血しただけですこのままカルンへ運びます
俺は見たぞ。その旗を魔法で元通りにしたの。この子の怪我も治せるんだろう。魔法にはその力があるはずだ。
Yeah, but that's against the nature magic.
いいえありません
Damn.
手を離しなさいそれとも彼を運ぶのをやめますか
悪かった。
Wow.
その子を頼みます。
知らざる者が去ったら改めて精査せねばならん。
Dude, he's so menacing. Wow.
一般的な基礎魔法だ。
これじゃあ川岸を丸ごと崩すのは無理だ。
Come on, sir. Please.
ツバーリボウは時々魔法陣を入れ墨にして
Uh-oh.
掘り込
They
んで
tattoo seals?
肉体の強化や変化、 魔法の力を増幅させる禁止魔法。
That would make sense, though.
Yeah.
育ちたてのペンダコに魔木で汚れた手。
もういいでしょ
Whoa.
大講堂に報告した後、容赦はしないぞ。学んだそばから失わぬよう、せいぜい気をつけることだな。
Oh.
No apology, nothing.
ヒヤヒヤした。よかったよ、みんな無事で。本当にごめん。
先生たちのせいじゃないよ。
They did pretty well.
Yeah, they did.
もし誰かに魔法の秘密がバレていたら、助けた人全員の記憶を消さなければならないところだった。
Damn, it's an
記憶
insane
はその
power.
人の人生そのものだ。でも君たちはやってのけた。だから、第二の試験を受ける申請をしておくね。アガット。
Let's go.
受かったら、実務に同行する実力が十分にあると認められる。
Let's go.
それまでは人前で魔法を使わないと約束できるかい？
アガットだけ。先生、ネティアたちは。
君たちはまだ基礎魔法教本を最後までかけてないでしょ。
試験嫌いだからどうでもいい。
Mood.
Yep.
おいキーフリー、いいのか？
でも、今はそうじゃない。
Hmm.
それなら僕は信じてあげるべきかなって。
There we go.
甘すぎだろ。
キーフリー先生、早く帰って練習したいです。
ちょっと待って。
Wait, so then she did do that?
No,
キ
I don't
ー
think
フリー
so.
の新しい弟子ってあの子だろ？噂が本当なら。
噂を真実だと証明できるか？
いや、
Yeah, they know.
自白させるしかあるまい。見ろ。あの魔法のせいで下流の川が干上がりかけている。
How?
一つの
How does that
落石が
happen?
岸を崩し、流れを変え、あの娘は最初の落石。転がり落ちる可能性があるなら、何としてでも取り除かねば。
Whoa.
いぶしばりの杖といって、石や木に魔法陣を焼き付けることができるんだ。
Asshole seals.
応急処置だけどな。
Wow, that's cool.
Wow. Oh, the water's coming back.
ここ。はい、落とし物。気をつけてね。帽子も魔木も置き忘れたら大変だ。
ごめんなさい。ありがとうございます。私の魔木全然減ってない。あ、魔法の小瓶とかなんですか？ずっと増えて。
ここ。ちょっとそれ見せてもらえるかい？
Is it?
先生？
Is it?
Is it tampered with?
Yeah.
Dude, they tampered with it. No way.
Maybe that's why this.
魔法は世界を彩る偽り。
Whoa.
美しい魔法を書くための手はこんなにインクで汚れるのに。
Whoa!
近づけばバレるもの。
He put his fucking blood in it. Bastard.
いつまで隠しておけるかな。
Whoa. What does that do to the ink?
Nothing good.
魔木は
It's been tampered with, yeah.
カル
Conjuring
ンでノルナー
ink.
さんにもらったものだったね。
はい。
オルギオ、先にみんなを連れてアトリエに帰っていてくれ。
She just got serious.
お前はどこ行くつもりだよ？
この間の騒ぎで個々のペンを買いそびれてしまったからね。すぐ近くだし、カルンに寄ってから帰るよ。
Uh-oh.
ごめんね。どうしても確認したいことがあるんだ。
Damn.
あれ？ドアが消えてる。
ああ、しまった。今日はお店が休みなのか。
お
Oh.
休みだとお店ごと消えるんですか？
キーフリーさんとこの間の
And that girl.
タータ君 よかった。ノルノアさんに用があって。
Oh, they have a divorce seal.
That's cool. It would make sense though. They have to protect themselves.
Yeah.
さあ入って。
That's freaking cool.
じいちゃんは多分3階です。
ありがとう。お邪魔するね。
That's cool.
ああ、
ここだよ。私はここ。
ここ。その右足の怪我、早く消毒した方がいい。奥に来て。いたわりそうがあるから貼ってや。
You didn't even know she had a cut.
Adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
綺麗。このいろんな色の粉は何？
Glittery
あんまりい
powders.
じらないで。配列変わったら困るから。謎めの染料だよ。魔木の効果を強化するための混ぜ物なんだ。
Whoa.
Ooh.
Look, he's researching the.
キーフリー、今日は天休日じゃぞ。
ええ。ですが。
なんて
This chair?
わかっとるよ。お前さんの用事は。路地のタイルに書かれていた魔法陣のことじゃろ。まだ何もわかっとらんよ。
Oh, he's studying them
いろん
too.
なまとめを分離する魔法を試したが、見事なまでに解けていてな。うんこれは似ておる。いや、ほのかな青みが全く同じじゃ。お前さん、こいつをどこで？これはわしの瓶か？
あの日だ。あの時、ズバーリ棒が瓶に魔法をかけたんだ。
He deduced all that? Wow.
書く前にまずその魔木を調
Oh
べて
no.
から。
What's he gonna do?
キーフリー。
He's too curious, bro.
あの浅瀬色の染料はなんて名前？天井のところの大きなやつ。反対側の棚にある小さい
Ooh.
瓶の白くてキラキラしたや
That's
つ
so
は？
pretty.
花嫁町の鱗粉だよ。
Bride
あれを混ぜる
butterfly.
と魔木が透明になって魔法陣の線を隠せるんだ。
Thick.
Oh. So cozy.
すごい。やっとアタくん。ここにある染料の名前全部覚えて。タータくんが羨ましい。
アトリエの方がいいに決まってる。
Wow.
あんた魔法使いなのに変なこと言うんだな。
あの赤い粉はなんていう染料なの？
どれ？
あれ、あの棚。浅瀬色と
Oh my god.
間にあるやつ。
だから何段目のどれだよ。
Oh no.
すっごく赤くて目立つやつだよ。
Oh, he's colorblind.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
なんだ今の光。
びっくりした。大丈夫？
Oh no.
The tags,
瓶
bro.
が割れてなくて。
最悪だ。ラベルが外れてバラバラになってる。じいちゃんから触るなって言われてたのにめちゃくちゃだ。
何の粉かわかる？どの色がどの原材料の
わかんないよ。
He colorblind?
Yeah.
置いてある場所で種類を覚えただけ。色で見分けたわけじゃない。ごめん。もう帰ってくれ。
でも
人にはできることとできないことがあるんだ。銀ダミ症の俺の目じゃ、いくら勉強しても魔法使いにはなれないように。
俺言わんこっちゃない。キフリ、大丈夫かね？キフリ、あんな小さな魔法陣であの規模の威力とは。
これはおそらく双子瓶の魔法です。中身は一つ。きっと魔法陣が彫られた小さなメダルが沈めてあるはず。
Whoa.
ここはこれを使わされたんだ。減った分だけ増えたのは謎の混ぜ物で補充したから。
Yep.
この瓶は彼らとつながっている。やっと捉えた。
なんてことだ。小さくて雑な陣でも 強力な力を発揮する魔木じゃと。そんなものが
He's gonna
この世
report
にあ
it.
っちゃならん。わしの手には余る代物じゃ。大行動にお知らせせれば。
ダメです。魔系団も大行動も誰の手に渡してもダメだ。
キーフリー。
He's gone
何を
mad.
言っとる。お前さん
No. Oh my gosh.
何をするつもりじゃ。
Oh no.
その魔木で何を。
ごめんなさい、ノルナーさん。
What's he doing?
ここ待たせたね。あの魔木の瓶だけど間違えてすごく高価なものを渡しちゃったみたい。代わりにカバンを買ったからこれを使って。
ありがとうございます。
Maybe he erased his memory.
先生、
No.
銀ダミ症って何ですか？
銀ダミ症は生まれつき世界があらゆるものが銀色に覆われて見える目のことだよ。魔法使いは視力を尊ぶ風潮があるからこの世界では苦労するかもしれないね。例外に厳しいのは魔法使いの良くないところだよ。
Wow.
そう不安そうな顔をしないで。大丈夫だよ。僕のアトリエの生徒である限り僕は君を全力で守る。
あ、じいちゃん、ごめんなさい。さっきの光にびっくりしてこの辺の瓶崩しちゃったんだ。キーフリーさんの魔法？
はて、光？何も光っとらんよ。
Damn. Yeah, I got a little emotional at the end.
So that definitely turned into a different tone.
I'm kind of speechless, honestly.
You know, I'm starting to wonder what is Coco to QIFREY? Is she just a token to get to these people that he's been looking for a long time? Is she related to him? Is she something of him?
I feel like she's the gateway to them.
Or is the ambition so big that he's willing to protect this girl at all costs? You know?
That I think it's that.
Because I almost got like a father-daughter sense there at the end a little bit.
Yeah, the whole protection thing.
Yeah, but then again, it might all just be transactional.
I think it's both in the sense of, so we don't know QIFREY's history, and I feel like a lot of his overprotectiveness has to do with, one, it's the gateway to the brim caps, and two, he's also experienced having apprentices, losing one, and we don't know the history of that, and we don't even know if he feels like it's his fault. So that's why I think because of that history that we still have yet to see, it makes him act this way. Those two things specifically.
I could see that. But yeah, let's start with the Knights of Morales, like getting all up on these people's business. They have such a cool, like I still think they're pretty cool, even though they're pretty intense.
Mm-hmm.
They have this intent of protecting, which of course they're doing, but at the same time, they do it so menacingly that it almost makes you not like them.
Yeah.
But of course, they're onto these girls now,
Mm-hmm.
and they're starting to question if that is the apprentice that got caught up with the brim cap people.
Yeah.
Which of course now we learn that the ink that Coco had was tampered with one of the brim caps people's blood, which is kind of crazy, and I could see it happening because of everything that they've been inserting themselves in, especially with that last adventure they had.
Yeah. I'll touch up a little bit on the Knights Morales too. I like the idea of there being law and order.
Yeah.
But I don't like the idea of them being law. What is it? Judge, jury, and executioner. So basically, they can open an investigation, but the result is in their hands anyway. So it's to the extreme.
There's no one to sway except themselves.
Yeah. And it's like you can't really, like, if it wasn't for them interfering, Coco would have lost her memories. And so it's just one of those things where it's like, at what point can they do whatever, right? And then touching up on that was the biggest reveal. The fact that QIFREY was able to deduce all that makes me think that he's done a lot of research. So he must have been doing this for a long time. So he must have had a similar experience to know that ink has been tampered with.
Because it was pretty odd for Coco to say, does this ink refill, when she's been using it ever since she got it. Yeah. So that was kind of odd. And obviously nobody else did spells except for them that we know of when that whole situation with the commoners happened. And so for something like that crazy to happen, it's kind of odd.
And I think the Knights Morales had Coco do the spell, but not in her ink. They used their ink. So it makes sense why it didn't react the same way.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, it does make sense. But then he was also looking at her hand. So I wonder if he realized the ink on her hands, because she did have the same ink. You know how he was, and he turned it around and he was like, you need to stop looking at her hands. But I wonder if QIFREY kind of like figured out that there was something wrong with the ink. I
think he had an idea. I think for him it was just more so like, don't look at anything else, because like you might find something and I don't want you to find anything.
Yeah.
Damn. Crazy.
It is crazy. And just QIFREY kind of giving us a 180 on his personality was pretty scary. He's willing to do it almost seemed like he was gonna get rid of the guy.
I thought he was gonna kill him.
But I feel like he's not that type of person of what we know of.
Yeah.
And I kind of figured that he would more than likely erase his memory of any of that happening, which I wonder if it's gonna set off like a red flag for the kid now, because obviously he knows they were there,
and he might even get resentment of that.
Who knows? But then I also, this is probably like super like off topic, but seeing how this kid has that condition, he's basically colorblind. Yeah. So him being colorblind, I feel like it affected Coco a certain way, and I'm wondering if Coco is going to. This is kind of silly, but I wonder if she's going to kind of help him in that sense of
like build a relationship, or
and help him like with his color blindness. You know what I mean? Like kind of like all her other apprentice friends have been doing these spells to kind of help people in certain ways. Like, I wonder if she's gonna do the same for this kid.
And I think your intuition is right, because I also feel like Coco, out of everybody, is because she's coming from an outside perspective, she is open-minded to see these different spells. Like we got to see the Knights Morales deny that one guy to heal, because obviously you with magic you can heal.
Yeah.
But for them it's like, no, that's taboo,
forbidden. And
Coco is in the mindset of, if you can help somebody, like, why not? And I think that's where the whole conversation starts becoming really like political in this world. So and it's really cool, because it's a debate that, one, can potentially save lives, and two, destroy, because it's like, it can go either way.
There's a fine line, and I think that's why it's so forbidden to do such things. But a lot happened in this episode, a lot that we didn't realize. Like you're looking at one way, but there's so many things going on behind on this side. It's pretty crazy, but it's good. It keeps you on your toes.
Yeah, I felt pretty emotional when that whole scene of the kid talking about his condition, or I guess no, it's QIFREY talking about the condition and explaining, and it pans out to him, to the kid. I can't remember his name, but that one got me pretty emotional, because also like the song was playing in the background.
Oh yeah, it was so nice.
But it almost you can tell that the kid wants to be a witch but can't because of his condition, so he's very limited.
So I feel like there is something gonna happen there. there shouldn't be a reason why he can't be a witch, even if he has that condition. I feel like there should be more accessibility for that. Obviously, that's a different topic, right? But
yeah,
they kind of make him seem like he's done and doomed, like he can never do it. But like I said, I feel like Coco is probably going to feel some sense of like responsibility to help him and maybe, you know, help him in his way to be a witch.
Yeah.
But yeah, that part was sad. I think one of my favorite parts was the girls coming in to save Coco and Agate.
Yeah.
They have only learned to really, you know, start, you know, playing as a team ever since the last adventure of them in that weird dimension. But this episode kind of like is a continuation of that. Like now they're really learning how to, you know, play their parts and have their spells, you know, be useful in these situations. And I just thought it was so cool. Like, what is the girl with the blue hair?
Riche.
She came in and like burned their ribbons to
that was so cool, dude.
to smithereens and just, you know, knocked them down. And then this other girl with her spell, her sand cloud spell, like caught them at the very end. And you know, like it's so cool to see them working as a team and helping each other out, because you know that's what spells are for. They're to help people, to help each other. And yeah, I think that was my favorite part. But let us know what you guys liked about this episode. This episode was pretty intense.
Yeah, and I think it's going to continue on. I think the direction of that is going to be moving forward. The serious tone of QIFREY, he seems to be very tunnel vision. But I'm really curious to see how or what happens now. And the nice Morales, they're on their ass.
I'm telling you, it gives me the demons from Free Reign vibes.
Yeah,
like they're onto something, you know. I think it's their uniform too.
Yeah, they got that aura, like that what is it, mischievous aura.
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know what you guys thought of the episode. This was a really different tone. I really like the direction of this episode in terms of like how serious it got, because now I'm really curious to see what the rest of the season is going to be about. But thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. It helps us out a ton. And if you made it to the end, please like the video. And we'll see you guys later. Love y'all. Peace.
Bye.